How are you all doing tonight? Welcome to my very first episode. Um, Let me turn this camera on. I like it better where you can see it. If there is one thing that has really been on my mind is forgiveness. I am right now. Everybody's going through their soft girl era, hard girl era, their whatever era there is. And I'm going through my forgiveness error, sorry. And what I mean by that is I am working on forgiving people for letting them take me to another place or to be a different person or letting them take me out of character because that's not who I am. That's not how I was raised. I'm working on forgiving people who share the same blood as me, um, forgiving them for the things that they have done to me. Mainly, if I can really be honest, I am working on forgiving my biological mother. Um, I am working on forgiving my adopted parents for so many reasons. Um, Actually, I have forgiven them. I have my adopted parents because I can't fault them because they were trying to protect me. And I understand that and I get that because I do the same. I am working on forgiving myself. Um, that's a big one for me. Uh, I think that's a big one for a lot of people. Learning to forgive or working on forgiving yourself for just the things that I look back on that I have been through in life that have scarred me. Um, that is like me scarring when that scar heals and you you rip the band-aid off and that same energy or whatever comes back into your life and you allow it again in hopes that there's been a change and there is no change. And once again, it's like pouring salt or alcohol in an open wound and it hurts, but it hurts that much worse because you expected something different from that, if that makes sense. Um, we have to work on just forgiving. And I'm working on it, I'm passing it, I'm getting through it. I can now be coexistent with people in a same room for periods of time. And, I can be cordial, whatever it may be. I'm older now, I'm different now. I look at life differently. Life is too short to just not forgive. Not only that, if you're trying to change yourself from within, and if you're trying to get your blessings, then you have to learn how to forgive. If you don't, none of those blessings are going to come to you. None of them. And I learned that myself with my book that I'm writing, my speakings that I'm doing, um, with just going to school, trying to be a better person, um, a better woman, wanting to be a better girlfriend, a better friend, a better mother, which I think I'm all those things, but I think also that the things in life that I have been through has literally scarred me, held me back, and partly because I have learned to just be like, suppress it. And then when the situation does finally come up and it arises, I just don't forgive it. And I've learned that the things that I thought that people should do, especially when you're going through it and they don't do it because I know I would do it for them, then you take it to heart. But you can't take anything to heart that people do, because one thing that I've also learned too is that you can't expect for people to treat you how you would treat them. And I had to learn that the hard way. Um, I can say that being adopted was a good part of my life. It was the best part of my life. Um, I used to often wish, like, why, or wonder why my mother did not want me, why she didn't like me, why she didn't love me, why she didn't care for me. Um, and I was always raised that your mom is your mom. You know, you don't have to like her, but you're going to respect her. And I've always respected her, always. Never once have I came off and cursed her out, even though she says that I have, but I haven't. Never once have I tried to do any wrongdoing. And no matter what age you are, if you're in a situation like that, at the end of the day, you're still the child in that situation. When my adoptive parents passed away, I wanted something. I wanted my mother to just come and say, "Look, I got you. I love you," no matter at what age I was. But I wanted her to say, "I love you." Like, I really, literally, I got you. And it didn't happen. Instead, it was more like, "You're the ugliest kid I ever had. Um, you're spoiled. You're this, you're that." It was just a lot of things. Like, and I had built up anger. Never hate, just built up anger. So much built up anger. But the thing that made me look at things differently is, as your parents get older and their health starts to not be the best, and you want to, I think within me somewhere, the kid in me, you still want that mom, even sick or well. But now that the health is declining, you want to still hear from the person that birthed you, like, "I love you. I am proud of you. I am happy for you. I am here for you." But I know that I will never get that. And I had to learn how to forgive and to be okay with the fact that I will never get that. Um, I focus, I think when I had my first child, I was young, I was 17, but my adoptive parents took on that role of taking care of my child. We lived in the same house, and they said, "Well, she will know that you are her mother because you will spend time with her." And that was never an issue because I was always a mature adult. So it was never an issue. But when I had my first kid, I made a promise to myself in my mind that I wanted to be better, a better mother. Like, if I was going to struggle, I was going to struggle with my kids. And that's what I did. We all, as people, we all go through things. And if anybody tells you that they haven't been through anything, they're lying, because it's life. Life teaches us lessons. But um, I tried so hard to not be like my biological mother, that I wanted my children to know that I'm here physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever. I'm here. I want you to know that you can come to me, that I'm always gonna be here. And in me saying that I was always gonna be here, what I had to realize too, and I came to realize, is that when I was 18 years old, going on 19, My mother that adopted me, she passed away. And I realized that she wasn't, in my mind, I always knew that she was going to be there. Like, what do you mean? Like, she would tell me, she actually literally told me, my body is wearing down. I'm not going to be here much longer. She went through the whole everything with me. And I would say to her, what do you mean you're not going to be here? Oh, I don't want to hear that. And you're here forever. And she would always tell me, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. And that day came less than a month after she told me that. Here I was, young, 18, with a baby who was going to be two soon, and didn't know jack crap. I didn't know nothing. Only thing that I knew is that I wanted to be here for my children forever. I wanted to not be like my biological mother, that I didn't want my children to feel not loved. Um, I didn't want them to feel like I wasn't there for them. Never. So I overcompensated. Overcompensated. And it's crazy because now that they're grown, they I don't think they ever know that I feel like this or that I think like this. But all in all, at the end of the day, it's my truth. So when I say, I guess I'm just working on forgiving myself. I'm working on forgiving myself for not feeling good enough. Not feeling good enough as a person, as a mother, as a grandmother, as a friend, as a sister, as a daughter, just not feeling good enough. I have forgiven, my adopted parents because I was always told that the man that raised me, he was my biological father, but he was not. And I did not find out until I was 21, almost 21 years old. Um, I had a lot of anger no one never knew about because I think about my life as what if. But what I had to realize is that I'm so grateful to God because I did not have a bad life. I had a really great life, to be honest, from the ages of 5 to 17. I had a really great life. But in the process of having a great life, there were things that just came to light after the age of 18. Um, I had a great adoptive family that lived in Washington, D.C., Mississippi. We always visited. They visited us. We went on family reunions, family trips. Great family, great upbringing, raised in church, went to church, and just had people around me that loved me and that surrounded me with love. And thinking that those people would be around forever. Um, and now I'm working on, I'm always there when it comes to my mom. I want to, I would really love for us to work on us, but I think I'm forgiving myself for that too because I know that that's not something that she wants to do. And I'm learning to be okay with that. I'm learning to be okay with that. You know, as hard as it is, I just feel like What mother doesn't want their child? But it's okay. I mean, it used to bother me mentally, emotionally, because I used to want her love and her affection so much. I used to want to be that beautiful child to her, her firstborn daughter. And I was not that beautiful child to her. I was just her firstborn daughter. That was it. And I think sometimes when I get in my feelings, I want to be that beautiful daughter that can pick up the phone and call her mom and just cry and talk to her. But I can't and I don't. Instead, I have my daughter who is grown with two kids and taking on raising her nephew. And she is wonderful. My daughter is wonderful and I love her to death. And I have my sons and I look at them and I look at my oldest son as being a father and he does a wonderful job and that's all that he knows is his dad. It's daddy. And I love that. But I think that forgiveness is also taking accountability, and I can do that. Once you start to forgive, doors open that probably, if you didn't start to forgive, that would have stayed closed. Doors open, and you walk through them, and they are the best doors ever because it's like God is blessing you. Okay, you're forgiven. I'm gonna open up this door. You're forgiven. I'm gonna open up this door, and I love it. I really do. So I just want people to work on forgiveness. Forgiveness is so key. It's like the main thing. Forgive. Just forgive. If a person has wronged you, just forgive them. I'm telling you, it's hard. It's hard. Y'all, I will be 47 next month. And I'm just, well, maybe within the last 2, 3 years, I have just been working on forgiveness. I've been heavy on it. I have been heavy on journaling and just getting back to my own relationship with God and just writing and in a journal. And I just call my journal my letters to God. It's only for me and Him. And I write and I write and I write whatever it is that I'm feeling, whether I'm happy, whether I'm sad. There's I don't know if there's really anybody that I can call when I'm happy, when I'm going through. Well, yes, I'm lying. Let me stop. I can call my dad. I can call his wife my stepmom, who's really not even a stepmom. She's like a mom. And cry, vent, pop up at their house, and they live almost 2 hours away from me. But I'll drive those 2 hours. So that's just a little bit. But I wanted to start coming back to this channel because, and I want to start doing more of this because it is just it's really been on me. And they say if something just keeps coming to you, coming to you, coming to you, God is trying to put it there, and you just need to go ahead and just start it. I don't know if I expect anything out of this, but I pray that someone listens, someone understands. I hope that it gets across to everybody. But these are the issues that we don't talk about, especially us people as color. We don't talk about counseling. We don't. And then again, too, everybody's so focused on the negativity of the world today. Like they're so focused on like, why is it so everybody's so quick to run up views on the club fights, or something bad happening, and somebody's recording it and stuff like that and thinking it's funny. And no, let's talk about some real issues that are affecting us as adults, and is affecting our children, and issues that we may be going through on the inside internally, but we just don't know how to talk about them, or we just don't know how to get it out. So this is what this is. um, I think that when I do another one, I'll come back with a breakdown of just how I started with this whole shh, we don't talk about that, and just where it came from, and how did I even get to this point, really. May have some guests on here because my grandson, my oldest grandson, he wants to come and be a part of it. And I think that's a good thing too. So I will say to anybody, just work on forgiveness, work on forgiving others, work on forgiving yourself. And I'm telling you, as you learn to forgive others who have wronged you, regardless of whatever it is that they have done, it is it's very freeing. It's very like a weight has been lifted off of you, and it's I can't even describe it, but it works. It's like a great feeling. You don't have this weight on you anymore, and that's the best thing. So if you like my video, if you have any questions, just like, comment, subscribe. And I'm not specifically trying to reach a certain number. I'm just on here because it's like I have something to say, and we can't just be quiet anymore. So everybody have a great day, a great night, and I'll see you again next Tuesday. Bye.